Western Athletic Conference basketball here on ESPN+. The first slate of games in the WAC and Conference USA Challenge kicks off tonight in Abilene, Texas. It is the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders versus the ACU Wildcats. Welcome everyone inside Moody Coliseum here on the campus of Abilene Christian University. I'm Joseph Chapa, alongside me and my broadcast partner, Ron Holmes. Well, Coach, both of these teams started their season with dominating victories at home. Middle Tennessee against Oglethorpe, and Abilene Christian taking down Howard Payne.
Right, and that's not going to be a true judge, a really true test of the way they're going to be this year, because both of them Division III schools, and you get healthy on those kind of games.
Well, now we take a look at our impact players this evening for both of these teams. For ACU, it's Keon Williams, and for the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, Justin Porter.
Keon Williams, the transfer from Oklahoma State, I'm very excited to watch what he can bring to the WAC conference from the Big 12. He might have been an 8, 9, 10 player on the bench, but he can bring it. Justin Porter, 14 points per game last year. Cam Weston went down, lost him to the year. Justin Porter had to carry this team last year, did a handful of statistical wonders, really, but 14 points per game, a great, great guard.
Scoring is going to be very important tonight between these two teams, but also so is rebounding. To hear more about that, let's send it on over to a third member of our team, Daisy Strine.
Thanks, Joseph. That's right. Last Monday in their season opener against Howard Payne, the Abilene Christian Wildcats had 76 rebounds. That's the best in program history that they've seen. Middle Tennessee averaging about 50 rebounds per game, so we'll see how those numbers translate to the court tonight here in Moody Coliseum. Guys, back over to you.
Hey, thank you, Daisy. Yeah, Coach, I mean, what a way to start the season for ACU.
Yeah.
Dominating victory against Howard Payne, but also breaking a team rebounding record. Something that, you know, they're trying to make more of a focus here now with this new group. Size is going to be rebounding and winning the battle on the glass.
Well, yeah, and the way that Howard Payne played up and down the floor, a high possession ball game, and it would appear that they in some instances they probably sucked us into doing something we didn't want to do, but we out-athleted them when we get like that. And then you're going to get 70 rebounds. You're going to get a shot at records like that in a game that's of that magnitude.
And now as we see the starting lineups here for ACU, they don't really usually play Middle Tennessee much.
No.
For context, this is the first slate of games between the Western Athletic Conference and Conference USA. It was an alliance that they made in the off-season where two just really growing Division I basketball leagues who March Madness appearances, nail-biting victories all the time. I mean, this is really great for college basketball as a whole, especially early this on.
Well, I'm impressed. It doesn't normally happen this way that two mid-majors play two mid-majors early on. You're usually playing in Oglethorpe or McMurray or Howard Payne if you're ACU, or you're playing in Oglethorpe or just Rhodes if you're in Tennessee. So you try to get healthy. You try to find out the positive things that you can do with your team early on and then emphasize that. This game right here tonight, it'll bring out what you haven't worked on.
And it's going to be a fun one here tonight. Saturday night hoops action in Moody Coliseum here in Abilene, Texas. The Abilene Christian Wildcats in their home white jerseys. Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders in their away blue jerseys. Bediol and Mustafa here in center court getting ready to tip off the action between these two teams. And jump ball underway. Middle Tennessee stealing that away. Starters here for the Blue Raiders: Justin Porter, Justin Buford, Kamari Lands, Cam Weston, and Issa Mustafa beginning here in the half-court offense. And a backcourt violation here committed by Kamari Lands. First turnover of the ball game here for the Blue Raiders.
Which is a signature thing for ACU. Tanner's always wanted to have the best defense, one of the top 10 defenses in the nation. And obviously want to be first in the WAC. So that's a big-time turnover right there, the way they pressure.
Starters here for the Wildcats: Nasir DeGrew, Leonardo Bediol, Keon Williams, Hunter Jack Madden, Joseph Vizant, and Nasir DeGrew there with the first basket of the game for ACU.
Little backdoor cut.
Kamari Lands looking for a teammate. The ACU defense you talked about here, Coach, is the priority here against this Conference USA team powerhouse. Jump hook, no good here from Mustafa. Rebound, Hunter Jack Madden. Passes it over to Grew to set up the offense. Down low to Bediol. Bediol going to work.
Going up. There you
Easy
go.
layup right there from Leonardo Bediol.
He's a really fine player with his back to the basket. He's not, that's the old school back to the basket type of player. Hard to guard.
Bediol, the 6'8 junior from Italy. One of the focal points here for head coach Brett Tanner's offense.
You know, this game right here is a perimeter game. That's the strength of Middle Tennessee this year.
Shot no good there from Kamari Lands. Rebound to Grew. Pass over to Vizant. Out to Bediol. Bediol with another layup. Again, that's 4 points here for Bediol. And the first time out here for Middle Tennessee. It's a 6-0 ball game to kick off the game for the ACU Wildcats.
Bediol with the basket, first time out. I don't maybe Middle Tennessee's defense didn't travel on the plane, but the coach is going to make sure they get it. They're in the timeout, and he's a little animated right now in the timeout.
Already a strong start here for ACU. And already a strong start as well for the season for both of these teams, but for Middle Tennessee, short jump shots, turning the ball over, starting the game with a backcourt violation. Kamari Lands, and ACU's just getting the work done here early on.
Yeah, well, and it's a 40-minute game if you're sitting over there and you're calling the plays and whatnot.
Take a look here at the head man for the ACU Wildcats. That's Brett Tanner in his 4th season here for the ACU Wildcats. And again, Coach Tanner, a brand new team this year, recruiting some great athletes. And
Joe, they're beefier.
Yeah.
I told some people like Grant Boone, I told Grant, I said they look a little more whackish from what I've seen.
Definitely made for the high-powering Western Athletic Conference, especially once you get into conference season and looking for that conference tournament play.
You know, traditionally what I remember about ACU in the last 2 or 3 seasons is that they've entered into games the underdog and had to run uphill. Middle Tennessee somewhat the same way. They've battled through injuries. So Middle Tennessee, they're getting Cam Weston back. Now that's going to help big time. And they're trying to find an identity. Where is Cam going to fit? Because Cam carried us, his sophomore year. So how many points is he going to average? How many assists is he going to average? And he already had 7 assists against Oglethorpe the other night in a blowout win.
And as the referees fix the clock issue, Middle Tennessee getting ready to be inbound. Full court pressure here from the Wildcats. Definitely a veteran group here for the Blue Raiders. They're the only team in Conference USA with no true freshmen. They truly are one of the oldest teams in all of college basketball.
You know, that little pressure right there is just a one-and-done deal. It's just to eat up clock.
Buford looking for a teammate. Passes it over the counter. Sending over to Mustafa. And a shot clock violation here for Middle Tennessee. That's the second turnover here for the Blue Raiders. The ACU defense starting off strong.
Well, Middle Tennessee, they're trying to find themselves. Look at here, there are no lanes. ACU's covering up everything. They're overplaying. They were going to double on that, and they did not. They got down to the shot clock, and then there's a turnover. But I guarantee you, Brett Tanner, he likes what he sees.
Hunter Jack Madden surveying the floor, gives it on over. Very impact player this evening, Keon Williams. Hunter Jack Madden back down to Bediol. Bediol with the pump fake. Kicks it over to Grew. To Grew with the shot, no good. Rebound to Chris Loof.
Loof, a Texas boy.
And that's Justin Buford there with the layup. That's the first points of the ball game here for Middle Tennessee.
You know, and if you overplay passing lanes like that, Joseph, you can get layups. You have to be patient.
ACU looking to feed it down low. Passes it on over to the cutter, Keon Williams. Williams with the pump fake and draws the contact there, shooting foul. That's 2 free throws for Williams. Take a look here at the visiting head coach. That's Nick McDevitt, here in his 7th season here for the Blue Raiders. Former Conference USA Coach of the Year. 4th all-time in wins and in games coach here for the Blue Raiders. First free throw good here for Keon Williams.
You know, one thing that we didn't point out, but we need to emphasize, ACU, you mentioned size in the pregame. ACU's guys, DeGroy and let's see, where is he? Yanni Rivera, both of them about 6'4". And that's what I think that's what ACU needed to be a little more legitimate in the WAC. They got it. Now Middle Tennessee, they have better guards. Look right like that right there.
And crafty finishing like that from Jalen Counter. His first points of the night.
Yeah. They run a lot of sets. They run a lot of good action. They drag you across in some bubble screens, some flash cuts.
Vincent giving it a post up to Bettiol. Bettiol posting up his defender. Bettiol drawing contact.
Good.
And that's a travel violation there called. First turnover of the ball game for the Wildcats. First for Bettiol. Checking in for ACU is Cade Horniker, number 12 here. And that's a travel violation right there from Leo. Something you don't really see often, especially now in his career. He has really mastered the post footwork, and Coach Tanner can really rely on him in those situations.
Well, he does have really nice footwork. But I'm watching Mustafa transfer to Middle Tennessee from TCU. I like his game at TCU. He's a big body, and he's holding his own. He's a load to try to guard.
Middle Tennessee setting up their half-court offense with Counter at the point. Swings it on over to Weston. All-Conference USA preseason player. Shot by Counter there, and it's good. Jalen Counter with the 3.
He's had a good game to start off. They might not have been expecting that, but that's what you get in an early game. Cream rises, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. And the cutting here from Rich Smith. Pass on over to Keon Williams. Horniker with the free throw jumper, and it's good.
You know, ACU, that's probably the first 7-footer they've had for several years, but nice soft touch around the hole.
That's Cade Horniker, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Southern Illinois. 10-7 game here with the Abilene Christian Wildcats leading, and it's a beautiful night here in Abilene, Texas.
Welcome back inside of Moody Coliseum. Let's take a look at number 24, Cameron Weston. He's a senior guard for Middle Tennessee. He had a season-ending ACL injury in just the second game of last season, exactly the same time last year. You can see his knee brace there. Fast forward to this season, he's back stronger than he left. He led Middle Tennessee in both shooting percentage and assists in their first game of the season this week. He went 5 for 5 from the floor, scoring 12 points and had 7 assists. He's going to be one to watch tonight. Guys, back on to you.
Daisy, yeah, Cam Weston, coach, that's a player for the visiting Middle Tennessee that we had circled tonight, and is definitely going to be great as he dribbles up the court here, pass on over to his teammate. But yeah, you know, coming off an ACL injury and providing that veteran leadership, Coach McDevitt is certainly looking towards him to lead the charge here against a high-powering defense in the Wildcats.
Hey, I think he's going to be Justin Porter's best friend if they can both average about 14 a game. They're going to have a really good year.
No call right there. Rebound Mustafa. And that's Weston dribbling it back out and surveying the floor. Mustafa with the pump fake in there with the layup. That's his first points of the ball game. Issam Mustafa. He's 6'9", graduate from Egypt.
Not the University of Egypt, he's from TCU.
And stolen there. Their fighting for it. The
Good
referee
hustle.
signal going to the visiting side, Middle Tennessee.
It's good hustle. Well, they overturn. That's good. That's good officiating early in the year.
Well, we see it here, Keon Williams with Justin Buford fighting for it there towards the right corner. The referees overturn it. It's ACU ball.
Good call.
Inbound here for the Wildcats. It's Bedio out to Smith, out to Yanni Rivera. Stolen there by Middle Tennessee.
Not a good pass.
And the layup is good right there from Cam Weston, a player that we've been talking about all night so far, and we're going to continue to keep talking about.
Yeah, well, and Rich Smith, that was just too far passing lane, bad angle. You want your your post to show numbers before you, just like that right there. He shows numbers.
Bedio looking for a teammate here. Rich Smith pass on over to Williams. Williams for the three, no good. Bedio trying to fight for the rebound. And Cam Weston sending it the other way.
They're really good at guard. Look at that.
Well, and Porter slicing and dicing there into the lane with his first points of the ball game there.
You know, just one thing to be taken off the dribble like that from about 20 feet. It's unforgivable that you don't have backside help, and I know they work on that. But that is just fantastic quickness by Middle Tennessee.
Bedio posting on Mustafa. Bedio with the baby hook there, no good. Rebound to counter. Middle Tennessee looking to extend their run here. 6-0 run here, Middle Tennessee, over the past 2 minutes. Mustafa driving in against Bedio, picks up the contact and one. Isam Mustafa with the and one contact there.
You know, Leo, probably, you're bodying up that far away from the basket, and that will go by, which Leo's, we've learned, I mean, that's in the scouting report.
Team defense certainly a priority here for the Wildcats, but they're going up against bigger
they are.
and stronger opponents, and that's really what's going to be testing there at the defensive side of the ball for
you're going to have to beat a Conference USA team if you get in the NCAA, just like you're going to have to beat Grand Canyon if you're going to win the WAC.
That's right. Isam Mustafa, free throw no good there. Making his impact known here on the Moody Coliseum floor. ACU sighting up the half-court offense here. Gives it over to Hubbard. Out to Bedio. Nasir DeGru surveying the floor, gives it to Joseph Vizant. Ball tipped there from Middle Tennessee, and it stays there with the Blue Raiders. Another turnover here for the Wildcats. That's the 5th turnover here in the past 5 minutes for ACU.
Here we go with the high. Here comes the old high screen and roll. Back door.
Mustafa there going to work against Bedio, and it's good there with the baby hook. Isam Mustafa, that's 6 points here on the night.
They're going to keep feeding him. He's going to keep taking Leo off the dribble.
Timeout here taken by the Wildcats. 17-10 lead here from the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Back here in Moody Coliseum, 17-10 lead here, Middle Tennessee University. A 10-0 run over the past 2 minutes and a half, going up against ACU's 5 turnovers here. And Coach, it's been the story of the turnovers here for ACU, something that we saw in the first game against Howard Payne, and it's carrying over here against Middle Tennessee.
With greater pressure, expect some turnovers, but they're taking us off they're taking ACU off the dribble all the way and getting layups, and then they're going inside to Mustafa, who's taking Bedio to the basket, and they're going to keep doing that. There's no need to throw the ball 4 or 5 times if you've got someone that can score.
That was the 6th turnover committed there by the Wildcats. They're in the scoring drought in the past 4 minutes.
Yeah.
A team that isn't in the scoring drought, that's Middle Tennessee. Cam Weston there with a 3-pointer. That's his first three-pointer of the night.
Double-digit lead. Now we're going to run uphill.
ACU looking for a spark here offensively. Gives it to Hunter Jack Madden. Double team there. Gives it back to Bedial. Over to DeGrew. DeGrew driving in. DeGrew with the floater there against the defender.
Yeah.
And a blocking foul there. Middle Tennessee. That's Keon Williams there for the offensive rebound.
ACU is really, they're really searching their offense. They're really searching their offense and trying to find the easy shot. They're going to have to hit some jump shots. Then Middle Tennessee is blistering it. They're just wearing it out.
And that was a shooting foul there on the defense, sending Keon Williams to the line. His third free throw of the night.
You know, when you get 70 boards, it has a tendency to hide some of the things that you don't do well.
Both free throws made here from Williams. Williams, the junior transfer from Oklahoma State. One of the marquee recruits from the ACU coaching staff. Chris Loof surveying the floor, getting his team to extend the run.
Good defense. Good defense.
Layup no good there from Jacob Johnson.
Keon Williams did an excellent job, and he bodied him up inside the paint.
ACU pass it over to Bedial.
Wow.
Try to volleyball pass to Williams, but another turnover here from the Wildcats.
Here we go with a pass inside now, a tip pass outside. He just wasn't ready for the ball. Keon was not ready. And you have to handle bad passes, especially if you're a forward or a guard. That's just somewhat inexcusable. But ACU is searching. Now, let's watch Middle Tennessee. They may go all the way to the hole with this possession right here.
Already 10 points off turnovers for the Blue Raiders. And ACU 7 turnovers here on the night. Jalen Counter rising and firing. Gets it to go against the contest from Bedial. And he's got 7 points on the night, leading the way for his team. As we see the points off turnovers here, Middle Tennessee just running away with it. This is the story of the game so far, and yet another turnover here from ACU.
Yeah, it's just a heavy guard play. Be able to shoot the three.
Three from Hunter Jack Madden, that's no good. The scoring drought continues for ACU. No field goals made in the past 6 minutes and change.
Now Middle Tennessee's going to run a set. High screen. All one-on-one.
Jalen Counter one-on-one there with DeGrew. Fadeaway no good. And the foul going the other way. It's ACU ball.
You know, Joe, it's not like Middle Tennessee's not passing the ball 3 and 4 times like they did the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game. They're taking everyone, I keep saying it, taking you off the dribble, but they're taking it all the way to the paint. And it's not allowing ACU to come over with help.
Both sides of the ball for the Wildcats. Not to the start that they want. No field goals in the last 7 minutes for ACU. Dribble handoffs here from the ACU backcourt. DeGrew, another turnover there. With a wide open Jalen Counter there with the slam. Jalen Counter, 9 points on the night, leading the way for Middle Tennessee.
ACU needs a timeout, but Coach Tanner's not ready to do that.
Extending the lead at 12 points for the Blue Raiders. Hunter Jack Madden gives it down to Hubbard. Another turnover there to the Blue Raiders.
I'm going to count the passes this time. 1. 2, and it's going up.
Buford driving in the left side.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Draws the contact there, layup no good. Rebound ACU. Nasir DeGrew trying to get the first field goal for ACU in the past 7 minutes and change. And that's Mashai Hill going up there for the layup, and it's good. Mashai Hill breaking the field goal drought here for the Wildcats. That's the first basket for Abilene Christian in the past 7 minutes and change. And now it feels like they can get something going here on both sides.
And he earned that one.
Jalen Counter going to work, moving the ball. Middle Tennessee, that's Jessen Porter drilling the three there. Timeout, Brett Tanner of the Wildcats. It's a 27-14 lead here, Middle Tennessee. Back here, Moody Coliseum, Middle Tennessee leading the way, 27-14 against the Abilene Christian Wildcats. And coach, turnovers has been the story here so far in the first half. ACU with 10 of them. Been in a scoring drought. Middle Tennessee winning the battle in the paint, points off turnovers. That's why ACU's in the drought here tonight.
Well, it's an experienced ball club coming in here from Tennessee. And you can count on some intangible things, some players rising to the top. But you are going to count on Cam.
Jack Madden, three no good. Keon Williams fighting for the offensive rebound. Driving in on the right side, layup no good. Tip there from Vincent, going the other way. Yeah, Coach, you're absolutely right. You know, Middle Tennessee, they're the only team in Conference USA with no true freshmen. They're one of the oldest teams in the country, going up against an ACU team where this is a brand new basketball team here for Coach Tanner. And we're seeing, like you said, the experience play out here so early in the ball game.
Well, I think one or two made jump shots would change the thing for ACU, but Middle Tennessee is just lights out.
That's Chris Loof there, three no good. Tip ball going ACU's way. And they just need something if you're the Wildcats. They were in a scoring drought where they did not score a field goal in 8 minutes. Finally got some free throws to go and get some defensive stops, but nothing consistent.
Well, you made a good point. If they can get on the free throw line and just see the ball go in, that would make a big difference. But if we have another turnover, it's been pretty sloppy.
And there's another one there between Jack Madden and Porter fighting for it. Middle Tennessee wins it there.
You know, guards have been the marquee. I mean, you could underline point guard at ACU, and you've been able to do that for the last 4 or 5 years.
Turnover here, ACU going the other way. Dontrez Williams layup no good. Bediol the rebound. His layup's no good. Jack Madden looking for a teammate, trying to break the press here. ACU being double teamed out to Bediol. Bediol posting up Buford. Bediol to a cutting.
Wow.
Vincent, layup is good.
Backdoor cut, caught him napping on the offside. Good ball movement.
That's Joseph Vincent, the transfer guard from Liberty University.
Conference USA.
A familiar type of player here going up against Conference USA in Middle Tennessee. And that's the first field goal for ACU in a while. Porter hosting up a three, no good. Rebound
Smith.
out to Smith. Smith slowing it down, setting up the offense. Out to Williams. Williams looking for a post up there. Another turnover here from the Wildcats, stolen by Cam Weston. And Weston just getting it done on both ends of the floor, hosting up a three there. And it's in.
Wow.
Cam Weston, his second three of the night, has not missed a shot.
Joe, they're glad to see him back.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That man's glad to be back, too.
Getting it done on both ends here.
Yes,
ACU just looking to match it. Bediol the up and under there. His third basket of the night.
And they've got size checking in here, both schools.
Trying to get in the rhythm here, both these offenses. Middle Tennessee looking to extend their lead. ACU looking to come back. That's one way to do it. Turnover there, caught by Madden. Madden out to Vincent, layup no good. Looking for a call there, and ACU's not getting it. Middle Tennessee going the other way. Weston out in the corner to Lands. Land dribbling up against Bediol. Layup good there. 32-18, Blue Raiders. ACU just looking for a spark.
Work with me on this one. When was the last time you saw Middle Tennessee actually run 4 or 5 sets where they pass the ball 2 or 3 times? I haven't seen that in the last 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Smith hoisting up the pull-up jumper, and it's good. Rich Smith, the transfer from St. Thomas, 6'4" guard. They're going to need more of that here to get back into this ball game down 12. Justin Porter, screen and roll here from Lou. Driving in there, drawing contact.
Wow.
Layup good. Justin Porter, 7 points on the night there.
Well, their perimeter game is just, it's the best I've seen in a mid-major in quite a while.
Down 14 here, the Wildcats. Running their sets out to Williams. Back to Madden. Madden to Smith. Bedio looking for a teammate there, finds a cutting Smith. Smith drawing the foul there. And we are headed to break here. A 34-20 lead here, Middle Tennessee against the Wildcats. Finishing off with a 3 here from Cam Weston.
Back inside of Moody Coliseum, 3 minutes and 12 seconds here in the first half. Let's take a look at Justin Bufford, a senior guard for Middle Tennessee. You can feel his energy and his leadership down here on the court tonight. Maybe that's because it's his 101st career game as a Blue Raider tonight. He has 541 career points, 281 rebounds, 81 steals, and 72 assists. He's continuing to add to those stats this evening. Joseph, back to you.
Daisy, yeah, Coach Justin Buford, you talk about the veteran leadership of this ball club. We're seeing it here. Buford, 2 points on the night, 1 for 4 from the field, but his presence defensively and getting his teammates involved is really felt here against the Wildcats as we see Smith drill in both of his free throws. He's got 4 points. But you're really seeing experience kind of tell the story here on the floor tonight. We see it in the turnovers. We see it in the shot selection. And the easy baskets that Middle Tennessee is able to receive. And ACU, they're working hard for their points.
Just like that right there. There you go.
And a block there from Williams. Williams giving it over to Madden instead of. That may be a momentum swing there, getting a block there. Williams over to Keon Williams. Trying to get bounce pass to the backdoor cutter. That's no good.
You know, when you make eye-to-eye contact, the back door is automatically on. You don't have to talk to your teammate. You just look at one another. You know that it's on. Well, that was the case in that deal. But experience, you're not going to catch too many experienced teams napping on back doors. And
if you're head coach Brett Tanner for the Wildcats, you look at your playbook, you look at how you can scheme up against this big and powerful defense of Middle Tennessee, whether it's those cuts inside or generating some three-point looks, but utilizing your scorers to the best of their ability is going to be the key here. Madden back out to the top of Williams. Dribble handoff to DeGrew. DeGrew looking for a fadeaway, pass it over to Madden. Madden putting up a 3, and that's good. Hunter Jack Madden, his first points of the night.
Yeah, ACU needed that, but if I'm McDevitt, I'm pretty excited about what I've seen in this first half. 2 minutes to go, 2:20. I'm really excited about that, but the lead they're dwindling in on it. We walked.
Mustafa driving in there at the Euro step, extending the lead back out to 11.
He stepped like an Egyptian. Yeah. What was that song by the Bangle? Walk like an Egyptian.
That's right, that's right. Mustafa, the 6'9" graduate student from TCU. Keon Williams, a layup no good. And they're just still forcing it inside, looking for a change.
You know, that's an interesting call. That's going to be an interesting call this year. I visited with a D1. Well, let's watch his feet. A little late, but maybe we can rerun it. But anyway, he was late getting there. But they're watching your plant foot. If you're offensively trying to get to the hole, they're watching where your plant foot is. Then they watch for the charge. So you really have to be there.
And that's very important for the ACU defense to know. As you know, Coach Tanner very prominent on drawing charges. First basket of the night there from Torrey Alston. Youngest player on the team from Middle Tennessee. He's a redshirt freshman.
He did a nice job. Very athletic, got up off the floor.
And speaking of athleticism, Leonardo Bedial leading the way with 8 points tonight for the Wildcats. And he's got to continue to lead the offense here and also be that defensive anchor that they're needing.
Well, Joe, something's got to complement the post play, but they need jump shots.
Stolen here by Dontrez Williams. Out to Madden to set up the offense. Final minute here in the first half of action. Trying to draw the contact there in the up and under. Didn't find it there. Porter hosting up a three, and that's good for Porter. Porter already 10 points on the night. He's 2 for 3 from three-point land, and he's been the leader here for Middle Tennessee. DeGrew trying to get to the free throw line, layup there. That's no good. And ACU trying to scramble back, matching up defensively as Middle Tennessee continues to extend their lead here with 30 seconds left to play here in the first half.
This game could get away from ACU right here. Right there on that
Weston
shot.
with the deep three, and it's good.
That shot right there hurt.
Cam Weston leading the way, 11 points. No timeout called here, but we have a whistle blown here. Let's take a look at the replay here, Coach. Cam Weston extending his range here, a three-pointer from the parking lot.
Yeah, well, if I'm an NBA scout and I'm at this game tonight, I believe I'm going to get that kid's email address. That's an NIL shot right there.
And that's just the way the game is played now.
Yes, it is.
Days.
If you can do it, do it. Wow.
Both teams headed to their respective benches. We are staying here,
you know,
with 19 seconds left in the first half.
A shot like that, Joe, that's the kind of shot that when I was coaching, I would sometimes challenge my managers. Big mistake. Managers, that's all they do is shoot those shots, those stupid, crazy shots.
Just trying to be like Steph Curry.
Oh, well, everyone thinks they are at some point when they've got a ball in their hand. But he was, my gosh, he had been 25, 26 feet and shot with all the confidence in the world. I guarantee, you know, after having missed all of last year, that kiddo is excited to be back as a Blue Raider.
Well, and we're seeing him play with an excitement, Coach. You see him celebrating his three-point makes, but also just being able to lead the team. Yeah. You know, of course, you know this, just being able to have that veteran leader back in your locker room, back in practice, back in the regular scheduled programs is just huge for your program, especially when you travel.
Well, if you're Justin Porter, you're happier to see him. You're probably going to have your locker right next to his.
That's right. That's right. The dynamic duo. The 1-2 punch there for Middle Tennessee. And ACU going to take the last shot here.
Little box set. Let's see what happens. It's horns. It's just a horn set. Roll the hole.
Smith dribbling out. Out to Horniker. Horniker hoisting up the three, and it's good. What a way to end the half here for the ACU Wildcats, cutting the lead down to 14. But a high-powering first half here from the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Cam Weston, Justin Porter leading the way. And we are headed to halftime here between ACU and Middle Tennessee. We're waiting here to hear from the home head coach, ACU Wildcats. A lot to talk about here, Coach. I will certainly talk back when we come back from the interview and these messages as Coach Tanner marches on over to our sideline reporter, Daisy Strine. Let's send it on over to you, Daisy.
Thanks, Joseph. I'm here with Coach Tanner. Coach, what are your first thoughts of the half?
Well, you know, we started great, man. You know, we were getting to the rim, and then I think offensively we stopped cutting, we stopped moving, and we just started standing around, right? And so we struggled to score. When we struggled to score, we let them back in the game. They started playing with confidence, and we kind of lost ours. I'm hoping that last play of the half can kind of generate some confidence for us again.
This Middle Tennessee team, very physical. What adjustments are you looking to make?
Yeah, we got to be tougher. You know what I mean? And we got to take the fight to them, which is how I think we started the half, the start of the game. But we didn't finish the game or the half that way. So we just got to we got to start the second half the way we started the game.
Thanks, Coach Tanner. Good luck. Joseph, back over to you.
Thank you, Daisy. 44-30 lead here at halftime between Middle Tennessee and the ACU Wildcats. And we'll be back here in Moody Coliseum for our halftime show. Joseph Chapa, Ron Holmes will be back after these messages. Halftime here at Moody Coliseum on the campus of Abilene Christian University. A 44-30 lead between Middle Tennessee and the ACU Wildcats. Welcome inside Moody Coliseum. Joseph Chop alongside my broadcast partner, Coach Ron Holmes. There's a lot to talk about after the first half. Turnovers, points in the paint. What's been your biggest takeaway so far, Coach?
Pace of the game and turnovers. You really can't. You're shooting yourself in the foot with the turnovers, and you're not putting a value on every possession. Now, every possession is going to be very valuable in the second half. We cannot do that. Our ACU cannot do that anymore. You're looking at a 44% field goal percentage versus 61%. Now, in all honesty, 61% is unbelievable, but they were layups. A lot of them layups, and then the three-point. They earned the threes at 60%.
And of course, ending off the stats there with their turnovers, ACU with 13, something that we saw in their first game against the Howard Payne Yellow Jackets.
Right.
Middle Tennessee just taking advantage of that with 14 points off turnovers. Taking a look at the highlights here, just trying to find a consistent spark. Rashai Hill breaking that drought there. Leo Bedial at the back door. Joseph Vincent, but Coach, something just got to click here for the Wildcats offensively.
Well, it's going to have to be jump shots like what you're seeing right here. Watch him shoot this three. Now, if you can do that, that covers up a lot of the ills that you have on your team. You'll discover them when you get behind like ACU is right now. You'll find out what kind of team you have. But you're going to have to hit. Hunter Jack Madden's going to have to hit more of those. And getting him loose is tough. Here we go, another three. They earned that.
Cam Weston so far has been the player of the first half.
Oh,
as
yes, definitely.
Second half is underway here in Moody Coliseum between Middle Tennessee and the ACU Wildcats.
Well, Justin Porter and Cam Weston, that's the story of the game. That is the story of the game.
And it ties into the experience that the Middle Tennessee program has, led by head coach Nick McDevitt in his 7th season, former Conference USA Coach of the Year, and we're seeing the accolades and the success pour out here early on. Hunter Jack Madden driving in the lane with a left-hand layup, drawing contact and one. Out to the free throw line, start off the second half.
Which is what Coach Tanner was, take the fight to them. Take the fight to Middle Tennessee. And you can do that for only so long before Middle Tennessee starts hitting those threes again at 60%.
You talk about fight coach Hunter Jack Madden, a focal point for ACU both on and off the floor. As he drills the free throw there. And he is one of the leaders to fight back here in this ballgame.
Absolutely. He's going to have a really good year for ACU to finish 4th where they were picked.
Middle Tennessee getting their half-court offense underway, looking to duplicate their offensive success in the first half. Cameron Lane trying to draw contact there on the layup, no good. Rebound Madden. Madden sprinting up the floor, bounce pass to Van Zandt, layup is good. And that's his second basket of the night. Joseph Van Zandt, the transfer guard from Liberty University, also a Conference USA university that kind of made him a little bit familiar here in the Middle Tennessee crowd.
Let's see if they continue to take the fight to him. Now Middle Tennessee, we'll see what kind of half they have. They're going to have to execute, which they did.
And a backdoor cut there from
excellent. Great pass from Mustafa. Great pass.
To Justin Porter. Porter leading his team with 12 points on the night. And it's that 1-2 punch, Coach, that we've been talking about all night between Porter and Weston. Bedial finding an open. Van Zandt there off the cut. The second train basket there from the 6'3" transfer guard. In ACU in their 3 first possessions, scoring baskets.
Little 2-man game, high-low action. 3 guys stand while everyone else watches.
Madden disrupting the backdoor cut there. Another turnover here from Middle Tennessee. DeGrew driving in the middle of the lane, putting up a floater, no good. Rebound Bedial, and a loose ball going the other way to Middle Tennessee.
Bedial with the ball takes it underneath to Van Zandt. That's the 2-man game I was talking about. That's the high-low action that ACU tries to do.
And this is Coach Tanner putting his best scorers in the best position possible coming out in this half, trying to come back in this deficit. Mustafa squaring up against Bedial. Double team going the other way, ACU. And the layup put up and good there from Kamari Lands. First time out here in the second half here, taken by ACU. And we're headed to break. Middle Tennessee 46-39 lead against the Wildcats here in the beginning of the second half. Back here in the second half, Middle Tennessee underway. Had a conversation with head coach Nick McDevitt. Daisy, it's all you.
Joseph, that's right. I talked with head coach Nick McDevitt coming back from the half. He said it's great to have Cameron back on the court after his injury. It just means the world to him, and right now it's all about team chemistry and working hard on their first away game of the season. Joseph, back to you.
Daisy, yeah, an amazing conversation there with the head man in Middle Tennessee, as three-pointer no good there from ACU. Coach, you talk about the pace and experience that this team has and the halftime adjustments that they have to make here against an ACU looking to come back here in this deficit.
Well, you're going to have to keep shooting the ball. I don't know that you can shoot 60% for a whole game if you're Middle Tennessee, but you need to get on the free throw line now if you're Middle Tennessee. Now, for ACU, that you got to take the fight to them, just like Coach Tanner said, which is that what you just saw right there. But shots need to fall.
Baby hook no good there from Bedial. Cam Weston moving the ball around. Lands driving in. Passes back over to Weston. Weston matched up against Madden. Weston scoring up against Madden. Putting the step back jumper, no good. That's his first miss of the night. Fighting for the rebounds, going and staying here with the Blue Raiders. Justin Porter screening a roll here with Mustafa. And a pull-up jumper there from Porter. That's an air ball. Staying here with Middle Tennessee, though. Back out to Weston. Weston, another mid-range jumper. Another air ball there from Middle Tennessee. 3 straight possessions off of 3 straight offensive rebounds. And no good there from the Blue Raiders.
Well, yeah, that would have been, if you're ACU, that would have been great to see in the first half. That would have kept you in the game. But I'm telling you, Porter, Justin Porter, that guy can stop on a dime and give you 8 cents change. That kid is quick.
ACU, Madden with the 3. No good. Keon Williams trying to come down with the rebound. Gives it back to Hubbard. Trying to find an open Madden. Turnover there, ACU. That's their 14th turnover on the night. Middle Tennessee counter with the open 3, and that's no good. Mustafa bringing down the offensive rebound. Going up and under against Bedial, and that's good.
When you weigh about 260, if they list him at 250, you can do that. You can do that.
The size advantage is clear here for Middle Tennessee. You saw Mustafa with 8 points on the night. Keon Williams putting up a 3. That's no good. Rebound to counter. Screen and roll here with the big man, Coach Mustafa, trying to get him in a rhythm against Bedial.
You know, their spacing is just excellent.
Step back from Buford is no good. Another fight for a rebound. ECU wins that one. Bedial to his point guard and Smith. Smith with the crossover, driving down the lane.
Wow.
Draws the contact and heads out to the charity stripe. And we are headed to break. Middle Tennessee with the lead 50-37 here in the second half in a beautiful night in Abilene, Texas. Inside Moody Coliseum of the Hall of Famers and the history. Colton Cole there, former center for the ACU Wildcats, a part of the Wildcat victory in March Madness. And as we see someone who's trying to emulate the Colton Cole legacy here for the purple and white, Cade Horniker, the 7-footer transfer from Southern Illinois University, one of the marquee recruits from the ACU recruiting class this past season, as Rich Smith with the free throw no good, but trying to emulate, Coach, what the recipe for success has been in the past, and that's matching up size against size. We're seeing it here a little bit, but it comes down to the little things. And like you said earlier, to beat a team like this is going to be a huge test for ACU. And so far here in the second half, it's been a tale of two halves here offensively for ACU.
Well, and then Middle Tennessee continues to shoot 54%. 55%.
Layup good there from Justin Porter. He's got 14 points on the night.
I've seen a lot of that.
Leading the way for the Blue Raiders.
You know, if I'm Coach McDevitt, I would be thrilled to death with what I'm seeing right here.
On the block there from another 7-footer, Chris Loof. Let's go back here to the block coach here, Middle Tennessee.
Just a playground jump right here. And then there was a team meeting right there where the ball was. So Middle Tennessee really reacted well and stepped back down there and helped him block the shot. They've done everything pretty well tonight.
They absolutely have. 6-0 run here in the past 4 minutes for the Blue Raiders. Scoring drought for ACU. They have missed their last 6 field goals and also missed a pair of free throws there from Rich Smith, the transfer from St. Thomas. Porter driving in, going up and under, drawing contact. He's going to the free throw line.
You know, it's one thing to be able to drive like that. It's another to be spaced the way they're spaced. But they're quick. You run out there on them, they run right by you, or they stop and pop. Now, I don't know who they play next. I'd have to look at the stat sheet to see who these guys play. They play Evansville. If I was Evansville, I'd get ready for closeouts. Because these guys, they're tough to close out on.
Maintaining that level of space is a challenge for the ACU defense there, as we saw the coaching staff just trying to strategize how to get a consistent offensive spark. And when you do that, you've got to get some defensive stops the other way. They started the second half strong, making their first 3 straight field goals, but been in a drought ever since. Pass over to Dontrez Williams in the weak side corner. No good. Rebound Madden out to Horniker. Horniker out to Smith to reset the offense. Back out to Van Zant. Van Zant driving baseline. Up and under, and it's good. Van Zant, 8 points on the night. He's 4 for 5 from the field. And, Coach, all of those points have come in from crafty finishes like that.
Yes. And then Middle Tennessee answers with their own crafty finish.
They always just match. Whatever ACU does, Middle Tennessee will match, and that's Jalen Counter, 9 points on the night. Counter, Porter, Weston, Mustafa, all in double digits here. That's 4 players in double digits for Middle Tennessee. No foul call there on this end.
You know,
ball stays here with the Blue Raiders.
I'm watching Coach Tanner. We shot the ball early in the shot clock. Now, normally you don't want to do that, but when you're a little desperate, you look at anything that's open and you take it. Annoying. It's in a basketball DNA when you're playing pickup ball, I suppose. But there haven't been a whole lot of encouraging offensive possessions so far for ACU.
For ACU, Bediol and Vinzant, the 2-man game that had success earlier, as Jalen Counter again with the layup there. Trying to get back to that. Maybe, Coach, they're trying to find some consistency, but of course Madden picking up the foul there.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of weapons, but just trying to find something that sticks and that can beat Middle Tennessee here.
You know, well, I'd offer the suggestion, and it's easier said than done, but a jump shot. Because look what it's done for Middle Tennessee.
That's right.
There's a lot of things we don't see that Middle Tennessee can't do because they're covering everything up with just excellent shooting.
Well, and 3-point jump shooting to that point, Coach. Middle Tennessee is 6 of 13 from that end.
Yeah.
ACU shooting 20% from that end. So it has been a tale of two halves and 2 teams in the behind the arc. Picking up a foul there is Dontrez Williams, freshman from Sykeston High School.
One thing I'm seeing from ACU that I haven't seen in years past is they're taking blows from bigger bodies that we didn't really see so much in the South, and they're dishing out blows. So there's a pace that you've got to get used to, a physicality.
And the physicality has been one of the main storylines here tonight. Bettiol with the shovel pass to Williams. Williams trying to get his defender off of his feet. And the ball stays here off the leg of counter. But just a lot of offensive struggles here. And it goes back to the point, Coach, of no easy baskets.
No, there aren't.
Middle
any.
Tennessee is scoring very easily early in the shot clock. Layups off of just their first two actions. ACU, it's late in the shot clock, and it's contested jumpers and contested layups.
With that late in the jump shot, that's by design.
Madden with the three, no good. Staying here the other way. Bounce pass to Bettiol. Stolen by Chris Loof. Counter dribbling out the other way. Looking to push their lead to 20. And we are going to break here. A 19-point lead. Middle Tennessee off of a 12-2 run here in Moody Coliseum. Taking a tour here at downtown Abilene, Texas, as we welcome you back to the second half. Middle Tennessee, 19-point lead, 58-39 against the Abilene Christian Wildcats. Ball here, Middle Tennessee, as they look to extend their lead to 20 points. 12-2 run over the past 6 minutes. And ACU only one field goal of 11 attempts here. Back into that scoring drought that we saw in the first half.
You know, I was recent. Nice drive. Good recovery. Good camera work.
That's our ACUTV shoulder camera there. Great replay there from our team in the studio. All student-led broadcast here at Abilene Christian University.
Little zone action.
Three-pointer no good. DeGrew pushing it up the floor. Madden with the pass fake. Madden putting up a three. No good there. Middle Tennessee in transition. Lands there with the layup there off the contact and extending their lead to 21.
That's that body part I was talking about. You go body to body in the WAC. And you better get used to that, because the Conference USA, those guys are going to be used to that for sure. But you have to take it to them, and you have to finish.
The physicality is something that ACU is walking away with here with this WAC Conference USA alliance. This is the first of 2 games between the WAC and Conference USA. You see there, that's the physicality on full display there between Lands and Madden. But that's something to walk away with, Coach, because as we talked about earlier, to get into the postseason and especially into the big dance, you're going to have to beat some bigger and stronger Group of 5 teams and mid-major teams like Middle Tennessee.
Well, ACU, I was looking on their schedule. I think they have Texas A&M in December.
And a block there from Bettiol, his first block of the night. Looking to be a momentum swing there. All ball, staying here in Middle Tennessee. Yeah, Coach, ACU's got some prominent Power 5 and Group of 5 opponents. But to kick off the year, a shutout victory against Howard Payne. But a victory that wasn't as clean as Coach Channer said. A lot of turnovers, but it was really just the opening season jitters. And of course now, staying here at home against Middle Tennessee. And looking to make a comeback here with 10 minutes and change left in the ball game. Middle Tennessee looking to break the zone of ACU. Counter hoisting up a three, no good. That's Bettiol, his third rebound of the night. ACU pushing up the pace with Yanni Rivera.
We're looking for gaps, anything we can get, baseline, short corner. Too much dribbling right now.
Williams on the post up.
Walk.
That's a travel violation there. Keon Williams. That's the 17th turnover here for the Wildcats. That's 2 feet moving there.
You know, if they're picked fourth in the Conference USA, I'd like to see who the first 3 are.
That's right.
They look like they're in mid-season form right now, the way they're shooting the ball. But that's experience.
And you add some experience if you're the Wildcats. Joseph Vinzant, one of those teams in the top 4 preseason poll for CUSA is Liberty, Vinzant's former team, and being able to bring that here as Mustafa with the and one layup here, extending the run 16-2 over the past 8 minutes. But bringing that mid-major group of 5 experience coach to ACU that has those future plans of one day consistently competing and beating those teams.
Yeah.
But it starts here. It starts here against Middle Tennessee, and already here, Middle Tennessee running away with this. Free throw no good there from Mustafa.
You got to play these games no matter who you are, and you know, because soldiers are made in battle. They're not made in practice.
DeGrew back out to Bettiol. Bettiol giving the shot up out to Williams. Williams with the spin and the floater. That's good. That's Dontrez Williams, his first points of the night. He's the freshman from Sykeston High School.
Good-looking freshman.
And bringing in that size as well, 6'5". You have Keon Williams, 6'5" as well. Nasir DeGrew, Joseph Vinzant, all mid-6-footers. And that's going to be the recipe for success here later in non-conference and in conference in WAC play. And Mustafa there picking up the foul, another trip to the free throw line.
You know, Mustafa's had a nice night. They have it, you know, when he brings the ball down so low around his waist that guys like you and me, we could play if he's going to keep it down there. Now, if he's 6'9", pushing 6'10", if he's got the ball over his head, he's 7 foot, 8 foot tall. You know, but if he's going to bring it down there where I can play, he's in trouble.
And playing to his strength and
oh yeah, he's strong.
Taking advantage of the mismatch of the ACU zone and just the size as Brett Tanner checks in Cade Horniker, trying to match size for size. Middle Tennessee extends the lead here to 23. But ACU looking for an offensive spark. A lot of ball game left here tonight. Got about 8 minutes and change.
We got a lot of season left.
That's Colby Tanner, the senior from Wiley High School, hustling back for the ball. Diving for the loose ball there. Middle Tennessee wins it. That's Justin Porter. Cam Weston driving in the lane. And one opportunity there. Cam Weston, have a night. 14 points so far.
Scramble for the loose ball. Watch this. Bam. And he scored. That's weight room.
And he celebrated that way.
He flexed.
Headed to break, Middle Tennessee, 66-41 lead against the Wildcats in Moody Coliseum. Here at the charity stripe, Cam Weston leading the way for Middle Tennessee. Free throw's good there. A student athlete that has a remarkable story, Coach, and we've talked about it all night long, and just a strong outing from him, but something that's just not seen in the box score is the leadership and experience that he provides for the team.
Well, that's wisdom. Comes with age, comes with experience. He's got a lot of scars. Scars are good.
Certainly looking to make a comeback here. ECU, DeGrew with the fadeaway jumper, no good. As Middle Tennessee just looks to extend their run. 13-2 run over the past 4 minutes and change. Just taking advantage of the ACU defense. And a timeout here called by Nick McDevitt. Going back to break here. Big lead, Middle Tennessee underway here against the ACU Wildcats in Abilene, Texas. Drone view here of the north entrance of Moody Coliseum. And just a big game here from Middle Tennessee. 67-41 lead. It's a 13-2 run over the past 5.5 minutes. 4 turnovers in the last 5.5 minutes from ACU. And that's been the biggest story of this game, Coach. Wow. Driving in there, Porter, and one opportunity down the middle. That's Justin Porter with the finish.
Come in from a timeout, and then you score off an inbound plays.
And Daisy's got a sideline report here for us. Daisy, all you.
Thanks, Joseph. With tonight being Middle Tennessee's first game on the road this season, for point guard Justin Porter, it's a trip back to his home state. He's from Houston, Texas, and last season he averaged 13 points per game. He's at 17 points tonight against ACU with that field goal. Guys, back to you.
And yeah, you know, Justin Porter, a Texas native, and that 1-2 punch, Coach, to Cam Weston, providing that offensive spark here. And just an amazing run here in the 29-point lead of the Blue Raiders. But now that Nick McDevitt's team is healthy and they're experienced, they're one of the oldest teams in the nation, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to have that experience, especially later down in the spring and when you're looking to go to the big dance. And we're seeing that experience play out here in Moody Coliseum.
Yeah, you know, you and I were laughing about some of the crazy things that I say. But if you're the coach of Middle Tennessee, the biggest decision you have to make right now with 7 minutes left to go in the game is, are we going to eat pizza, chicken, or hamburgers? Because this game's pretty much over right now. It's 29 points.
Free throw good there by Madden. What would be your pick? What would you do right now?
Who's sponsoring in this gym? That's where we
That's
go.
right. That's right.
Let's plug those people.
That's the great corporate response right there.
I'm a team player.
Well, Middle Tennessee, their first road game of the year, and so far just starting it out the right way. Yeah. Looking to finish 1-0 here on the road. It's both free throws good there by Madden. 27-point lead here. Blue Raiders, full court pressure by the Wildcats. 7 minutes and change here. And ACU needs something quick to come back. Let's take a look at some of the defensive stops here from the Blue Raiders, as that's been their calling card here so far tonight. And defensively and getting to the free throw line, as we have Chris Luke here with his first attempts on the night.
We were attempting to show some defensive stops, and it would appear that Middle Tennessee was in ACU's huddle.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good defense.
It really is, and in Middle Tennessee, well-rounded program. Offensively, they're 1-2 punch in the backcourt, and layup no good there from Vincent. Put back. Dunk there. DeGrew stealing the ball, and his left-hand layup is good. Nasir DeGrew getting on the points here. He's got 4 points tonight.
ACU extending the defense 94 feet.
Well, less than 7 minutes left in the game, and ACU looking for something here. Justin Porter with the Euro step layup, and one opportunity. Flex on him, Justin Porter. And that's the weight room that we've been talking about, the physicality that we've seen all night.
Crosses him over. Now, there's no one to step over and help because they know that he's going to get an assist. And that wasn't, you're flexing, Joe. I don't want any of you. But he did get to the hole, and he earned that. And he earned his trip to the free throw line. That is a fine-looking basketball player right there.
A strong offensive performance here from Middle Tennessee, and not just from Porter, but also from Jalen Counter and Cam Weston. You've got 4 players, Coach, in double digits, and usually when that happens, you're going to win a ball game or you're going to need a shootout. Layup is good there from Williams. But you got to like their celebrations too, right? You had Porter flex on the defense and speaking of strong performances, the Middle Tennessee defense here, let's take a look at some of the highlights that have extended their lead here against the Wildcats.
Breakaway layup right there. There we go. Cut him off. That was just good blocks right there. Now ACU's getting to the paint. Let's see. Here we go. There's a scramble for the loose ball.
It's the turnovers there. Finishing off with the N1. And Cam Weston, Jalen Callender, Justin Porter been the names here all night. But the defense, coach, has just been the name of the game here.
Yeah.
Look at the turnovers. ACU, 18 turnovers. Middle Tennessee's got 24 points off of those. You could take a look at just the stat sheet from there. That's the ball game.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. But shooting, I'd like to see a stat sheet on what Middle Tennessee is shooting.
Middle Tennessee, 35% from behind the arc, 56% from the field. And having an efficient night here with their dominating performance is Dontrez Williams drawing contact, and he's headed to the free throw line, his first trip.
Good-looking freshman. Dontrez is, where's he from? He's from Missouri.
The freshman from Missouri, ACU, a younger team in the conference this year, as Williams' first free throw is no good. Experience has been on full display, but Coach, you look at this game, and with 6 minutes left, of course, there's a lot of ball game left, and anything can happen in sports.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, but
right.
You look at this game, and if you're the ACU coaching staff, there's a lot to learn and a lot to apply in the rest of your non-conference slate here.
Well, you're going to get an opportunity to get healthy again because you've got about 29 more games. So you don't have any choice but to get better. And there's some bright spots for the Wildcats tonight.
And Van Zant being one of those bright spots, as his first free throw is good. He's got 9 points on the night so far, leading the way for the Wildcats. The transfer from Liberty, one of the marquee recruits for ACU.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be some disappointed Wildcats, but there'll be some really happy Middle Tennessee kiddos.
Less than 6 minutes left here tonight. Middle Tennessee looking to extend their dominating performance against ACU. But a dominating block right there from Williams, sending the shot out of bounds from Jalen Porter.
He gets beat, but then he recovers with the block. Good help by Horniker was there to help.
And Coach, you talk about those bright spots. Joseph Van Zant, the 8-point outing from Madden and Bettiol, but those are certainly some opportunities that could change the momentum here tonight, but nothing's just sticking here for the Wildcats.
No, they'll have to change everything up this next week at their next game.
Ball stays here, going out of bounds. Blue Raider basketball. And off Van Zant right there, his hands. And he's been active all night, both offensively and defensively, but it's about the team defense, Coach, that ACU prides itself on, and three-pointer no good there from Porter as the shot clock expires. Ball going the other way, ACU with 5 minutes and change. And they're going to need a lot of those three-point attempts to add up here very quickly. They're trying to get back in this game.
Yeah, they need to chip away, but there's going to be some – Middle Tennessee's going to milk the clock right now for all it's worth. We have one more timeout, the under 4 timeout, and they'll milk the clock. ACU will shoot quick. They have to.
Ball out to Madden. Hand off to Van Zant. Van Zant posting up Buford. Looking to draw something there. The whistle's called. Staying here on this side. Foul called there against Justin Buford, sending ACU to the free throw line. Van Zant's second trip. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Got 9 points off of 4 of 6 from the field. Free throw no good there from Van Zant.
Joe, we talked a lot about pace of the game, that where Middle Tennessee was ranked, 297th last year in pace. But when you shoot the ball the way they shot the ball in the first half, you forget all of a sudden you forget about statistical categories where they've got you 297, and you start looking at another category about offensive efficiency.
Well, then they're having an efficient night here tonight. Maintaining it with a medium style of pace. So ACU looks to create some turnovers with.
Look at this spacing, though.
5 minutes left. Breaking the ACU zone. And counter. Bounce pass there to Mustafa. Stolen by Horniker. Smith looking to set the offense up with less than 5 minutes of action here tonight.
Weston would have shot. He would have shot that one.
And the offensive aggressiveness has also been on display here. ACU not getting the easy baskets that they're needing and wanting. And Middle Tennessee just getting everything and more on the other side. Madden with the step back as shot clock expires. That's no good. Ball tipped from Van Zant. Stays with Middle Tennessee as they grab the rebound. They've got 31 rebounds tonight. ACU 28. Way short from that 76 that they had against Howard Payne. But it goes back to the physicality here tonight.
Wow,
up and under here from Porter there. He's got 24 points here tonight, leading the charge here from Middle Tennessee and leading all players here tonight. With
you know, the thing
points.
is, if you're the Wildcat, you have to close out on that shot. You have to close out on that shot.
And we are going to break here with a drone shot of Moody Coliseum. 77-49 lead, Middle Tennessee and ACU. TV studio and the people that make it all happen on the amazing broadcast that you're viewing here on ESPN Plus, an all student-led broadcast here at Abilene Christian University, and makes it the best in the Western Athletic Conference. Joseph Chapa, Coach Ron Holmes here, my broadcast partner. And Coach, this is our first game together.
And our last.
And it's our last game together. I am a senior here at ACU, have been a part of ACUTV the past 3.5 years as a talent, a producer, camera operator, you name it. And just to all the fans out there, to you, Coach, the people in the studio, it's been an incredible journey and an incredible ride.
Blessings on you.
Thank you.
Anyone listening, he needs a job. Hire this boy.
Well, and going back to ACU TV, you know, that's what separates ACU from all other universities, and just the ability to being a student here on a broadcast on ESPN and telling the story of the student athletes on both sides that you see here on the hardwood and of the coaches just is very, very important. And to do it alongside you, Coach, and
well,
all of the other broadcast partners in the past, Andy Penny, Zach Carlisle, Grant Boone, and all the students I've worked with as well, Owen Simpson. Also started out in the Teague Center days as well. You remember those days?
I remember those days. You did it. You've done a great job. I remember meeting you a couple of years ago, and I was thoroughly impressed with you.
People always ask me, have you ever seen the old Moody? And I'm like, no, this is what's all Moody is to me.
Yeah.
This is the third season ACU is in their newly renovated Moody Coliseum.
That's
and
beautiful.
This is what happens when you take down the Longhorns in March Madness, right? But it's really just the generosity and just the faithfulness that the ACU community has had as the free throw is good there from Smith. And it goes out to students like myself. And there's a lot of thank yous that I could use up for the next 3 minutes and change here in this game. But a big shout out to the man that makes this all happen for ACU TV and why this is the best broadcast that you're seeing on ESPN Plus is Mr. Hutton Harris. And there's a lot to say there, but just from me to you, Hutton, our director out there in the studio, as we saw there earlier coming back from break, just a big thank you to you to just giving students like myself, Daisy Shrine, also a sideline reporter, is also a student. And that's just the ACU difference that you see here, and goes back to the mission of this university and just the soil that it was built upon biblically, and just giving students like myself opportunities and going back to the job thing, Coach, and that's what separates us out there in the market. Wow, you're 21 years old broadcasting alongside a coach and, you know, a mid-major basketball game, and it's just truly, truly life-changing. And I think more importantly, teaches you a lot of life stuff. And number one thing is teamwork, right? And that's why Middle Tennessee is up almost 30 points here, as they've been working so hard as a team. But a big thank you to ACUTV for all these years and people that I haven't named. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm sure this won't be the last time we'll cross paths, but for the time being, it's been an incredible journey, and thank you to all the fans out there as well.
Well, you've been a blessing to a lot of people.
And the story here is just much bigger than you see in the wins and loss column, and just bigger than the X's and O's. That's why student athletes come to ACU in the first place, to be a part of a mission-driven university founded on God and His Word and teamwork and family-oriented values. And we've had success in the past, March Madness victories, March Madness appearances with both Brett Tanner's program and head coach Julie Goodenough's program. Football picked up a win today. You see that, Coach? 35-34 against Austin P. Having the best Division I season ACU in ACU history in the Division I era. Good times are rolling here for all the Wildcat faithful.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I will say this, having been around, I'm long in the tooth. I'm long in the tooth than you are. But people that want to donate to Middle Tennessee or want to donate to Abilene Christian University, you get to watch your money work.
Yeah.
You get to invest in a kid, and you get to watch the kid, or you get to watch a program. And it's not, I wouldn't discourage anybody giving to University of Tennessee and the University of Texas. But if I can pick out Joe Chapa and I can encourage him with my donation, now I'm watching my money work.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, you look at this incredible facility and just this incredible university and the leadership that we have athletically, and starting at our university administration with Dr. Phil Schubert that makes this all happen. And this is why you do those things, right, Coach? This is why you put your faith in finances to make this all happen. And
hey, I think Dr. Schubert's got he's hyperactive. I like that man. He's a good man.
He's an incredible leader here for ACU. Being able to support coaches like Brett Tanner and Julie Goodenough and the student athletes. You know, I remember watching practice here earlier and preparing for this ball game. And, you know, just the fans of ACU are, man, I mean, these student athletes, they're just great people.
Yeah, they are.
And that's what goes a long way, right? Cameron Steele, an ACU men's basketball alumni, was a 4-year letterman. He's now in dentist school, changing the world there. You have pro basketball players for ACU, and Joe Pleasant hit the free throw there to beat the Longhorns in the 2021 March Madness run.
Well, how about Hayden Howell, who's now a lawyer?
That's right.
In Oklahoma City.
That's right.
I wouldn't mind if I ever get in trouble. I'll take him.
He's the man. He's the man for that. But that's why you have these programs here at ACU, right? And
yes,
being able to put these student athletes in positions to succeed. And we've had student athletes here in the past in ACUTV. Maddie Miller, one of the ACU women's basketball greats. London Gray, who's consistently on the volleyball broadcasts. Truly, truly a great experience here at ACU. And I'm excited to see more of you, Coach, more on the mic as well, but also being able to root for ACU. And, you know, as they go up against these great opponents in Middle Tennessee, it's only a matter of time before the script is flipped for ACU, where they're going to be the Middle Tennessee of the worlds, and they'll be dominating.
Yeah, the best thing about a freshman is that they become sophomores. That's the absolute best thing. And there's 2 really fine freshmen for ACU. And they've got some nice experience, but they were a little overwhelmed with intangibles tonight by Middle Tennessee. But they shot the ball so well.
A lot to build upon here for ACU and for Middle Tennessee as they're getting ready to submit their order for maybe a burger or chicken or whatever the sponsor out here is on the floor. They've got a great season underway here for Coach Nick McDevitt as we're under 1 minute of regulation here. A lot to learn and a lot to take away here for Coach Tanner's ball club. Shot there, no good from Christian Alston as Middle Tennessee is going to look to have the final possession of the ball game. ACU staying here in Abilene. Plays McMurray Tuesday night here on the home floor in Texas State University next Saturday.
McMurray's Tuesday night, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
I'll be here for that.
I'll see you for that one. Yeah.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. This has been fun. Coming from radio over here to TV, and
it's difference.
I don't really have a face for TV. I have a face for radio. It's an old joke, but it's been a thrill.
Well, we appreciate you, Coach, and
God bless you.
I'm just very thankful again to all of you watching out there that have supported not only ACU but ACU TV. It's the best in the business, and continue to support. As Middle Tennessee dribbles out here. 79-56 victory here between the Blue Raiders and the ACU Wildcats. Middle Tennessee moves to 2-0. ACU moves to 1-1 here. And that's the final score here tonight between ACU and Middle Tennessee. And signing off here for everyone in the studio, to Daisy Strine, to Hutton Harris, to my broadcast partner, Coach Ron Holmes, and to yours truly, Joseph Chapa, signing off one last time on the broadcast for ACU TV. A big thank you to everyone watching and listening. It's been a pleasure being able to tell the stories of the ACU faithful and the college basketball community. Thank you to everyone for tuning in, and good night here from Abilene, Texas.